Welcome back to Snowy's Trips. Today is day 4 of our NC500 route. We travelled about 140 miles today, so starting from Hartfield House, just north of Applecross, up to Torridon. From Torridon across to Loch Clare, where we stopped and took loads of pictures. I only actually got one proper picture. Sean and Dan took quite a few, but the water was like a mirror. There wasn't a single ripple on it. It was quite incredible. I'll put that picture up whilst the video is playing. After that, we travelled to Rogie Falls and then over the Dornoch Firth Bridge towards Dingwall, then up the coast a little bit to Golspie, where we stopped for an overnight. We stayed in the old post house at Golspie, and the accommodation there was incredibly good. So we're really pleased with that. As I mentioned on the first video of the NC500, days 1 and 2, we did actually decide to do the NC500 anti-clockwise, which is unusual. Most people go clockwise starting from Inverness. We didn't particularly want to go into Inverness, so on this particular route we did bypass it and go straight towards Golspie. That's why you won't see anything about Inverness. Okay, here we go. This is us leaving Hartfield House, heading up towards Torridon, which is for us the proper start to the NC500. From there, we're going to go across country from the west coast over to the east coast, bypassing Inverness, and then travelling up through Dingwall and over the Dornoch Firth Bridge or Causeway, which is a short distance from Golspie itself. The video stops after the causeway, as there really wasn't much else to see once we got over there. So anyway, settle back and enjoy it. As we approach this camper van on the left, you'll see Sean pointing, and if you look closely you'll see there's a stag on the wetland. So we pull over, the lads take a couple of pictures, or a few pictures. Unfortunately I only got one, but it was a gorgeous beast, and we wanted to see a lot more while we were on the tour, but didn't. You can hear them, but we never saw any more than this one. lovely stretch of road, travelling past the mountain range, and it's surprising how different they looked on the way back once they had some snow on the top. Stunning without the snow, stunning with the snow. To say the hardest part of this trip is putting these videos together when you've done a whole day's riding and you have to edit so much out. It's unbelievable, very difficult. just coming up to our next stop, which is along the top end of Loch Clare. And we pull in behind this vehicle and get off and have a look, and we can't believe that there's not a single ripple on the water. It looked like a mirror, absolutely still. As you can see, the rain has stopped, the road's fairly dry, so the GoPro gets some activity again. The only drawback from the GoPro is obviously it's fixed in position, so if I see something really nice that's worth videoing, I can't swing my head to look at it. We're about to pull in for fuel now, and as the fuel stations are fairly sparse around the north coast, we decided to top up and fill up every chance we got, and we were also carrying spare fuel just in case. Most of the places we go to are card only or pay by phone, and it's advisable to keep topped up, because especially if you go in the summertime when there are lots of people about, if you get to one place and they've run out of fuel, you can pretty much bet your bottom dollar when you get to the next place that's also run out of fuel, and probably the one after that as well. So yeah, always a good idea to stop and fuel up whenever you get the opportunity, really. three of us using Bluetooth intercoms to keep in touch with each other, apart from when Dan wanted to listen to his music because he didn't like listening to us two old kids talking to each other. But yeah, very handy if you're riding in a pod of people, if you can get communications intercom systems to talk between each other. It's great. You can warn each other of impending hazards on this road, not this particular road, but on some of the roads there were some pretty nasty potholes, and we can warn each other in advance, or if there was pretty sharp bends coming up, then it's always good to communicate. Not far from Rogie Falls now. Absolute beautiful place. My camera doesn't do it justice. So if you really want to see it properly, get up there and see it yourself. Check out Dan on the phone to his woman. he was missing something rotten, bless him. I think this is Dingwall. On the right hand side in a minute there's a great big Tesco's, and we actually went past it before realising that not only bikes need fuel, we needed some as well. So one of the lads gave us a shout and we did a U-turn and went back there because it was way past dinner time. Much needed food. As you can see, it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon and the rain did come back. Although I say it's rain, it was really only a light drizzle, nothing really too serious. And all in all, over the whole trip, I think we were extremely lucky with the weather. Yeah, it did rain, but it's October, you know, can't expect anything else really. This is pretty much our last leg of the journey of the day. Golspie's just a short trip over once we get to the other side of this causeway, and we stayed at the old post office, and great value for money. If you're doing this journey, I would strongly recommend that as an overnight stop. Well, that's day 4 done. I know I always say it, but I hope you enjoyed that as much as we did. And I hope it's piqued your interest to see the next edition, day 5, where we travel from Golspie up the coast to John O'Groats and then further on round towards Inverness for our stay at the Atlantic Pods. If you've enjoyed it, then please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so that you can find these episodes nice and easily when you want them. Thank you.